22, we're going to be doing the road to the Super Bowl here in franchise mode, and this week's game, let me recap for you. The last game was the Chiefs versus the Giants. We won 38-10. We're now facing the 2-6 Green Bay Packers at Lambeau, I believe, or we're at home. I don't know. Let's hop into it. They got Stephon Diggs, Von Miller, and Ezekiel Elliott. Ooh, this should be a good game. And with Ezekiel Elliott, the Packers should have a better record than their current record suggests. I don't know if they've had injuries because they're 2-6. Here on Madden 22.
Today.
Okay, so the Packers come to Arrowhead. Okay, this should be good. Hope I get the ball first. And I do.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Trying to run it in between the tackles there. Derrick Henry got 2 yards.
For just a couple of yards, second down. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 9 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Off the bootleg, Adkins.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route, rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Adkins on 1st and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a...
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner.
And they had my receivers pretty much covered. Smith was the only one that was able to get open.
I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Ray McLeod to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the quarterback, Cam Newton.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice
that was
right
good
there to stop him
defense.
behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself a
Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now.
Yep, that was Cam Newton. Newton just went down.
Together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt.
Proud of Grady Jarrett. Proud of my defensive line.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They go play action here on first down. And that'll be caught by Cup. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was... And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds...
And the Browns beat the Bengals down at the bottom of your screen, 40-42.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
You know, when I was a kid, I grew up a fan of Brett Favre and Steve Young. And then as I got older, I became a fan of, Patrick Mahomes. And a couple of Chiefs quarterbacks before him, like Trent Green, Joe Montana.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
So Cam Newton's going to have to try and find some magic here to get this Green Bay offense off life support.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter
And the Jets are now 8-0. Good God.
It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job.
That's all here on Madden 22. The only two undefeated teams are my Chiefs and the New York Jets. Go figure.
From the gun, here's Newton. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So give him 5
And
yards.
so a 3-and-out for Green Bay.
And that's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And it's going to take a Green Bay bounce. And the Chiefs at the end of one are going to be starting the second quarter at their own 7-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And look at that packed stadium. Loving it. Not loving the fact that I'm starting under the shadow of my own end zone, though.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Again to Henry. Chris Barnes there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Going up top for Cup. Well, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up near the 34. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
I wish I had that throwback.
Don't we? I mean, with the year he's having,
Cup overran his route.
His teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Newton. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards
Justin
short.
Houston made a first down saving tackle.
Pick up there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping
I just can't get the offense to go now.
To try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
That's now 2nd and 9.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
This is the lowest scoring game I've had all season.
Coming up at halftime,
Green Bay holding me to
one
14 points.
That's you, Charles Davis. To another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Atkins to throw. Off play action. Complete. Smith has it. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about.
So Green Bay's kind of stopped the run here. You can see their front four is beating my front four here.
If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They've held Derrick Henry to 28 yards so far here in the first half.
Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there's the other games in progress at the bottom of your screen. Arizona taking on San Francisco. The Cardinals leading the 49ers 10-0 with 4 minutes 31 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Open man, here is Cobb. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking
advantage. And Philadelphia has taken the lead over the Los Angeles Chargers, 14-10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. This big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Atkins. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
That is a near perfect end of half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it.
And so the Chiefs now lead 21-0.
As you said, right at the end of the half, great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So we reach halftime.
And the Packers are going to get the ball first.
Game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Chargers who have the lead with that game getting close to halftime. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos.
Oh,
Derek
wow. Patrick
Carr
Mahomes went home to
leading the way in the
Texas.
victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And John Breakdown. And so Cam Newton and the Packers are going to get the ball here first. In the second half.
Set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big. You're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
3 yards remain for second down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Got a man. It's Berrios, complete. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I never thought in my wildest dreams that my defense would be holding Ezekiel Elliott to just 9 yards rushing.
Part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And Ingram holds it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive.
Cam fighting. He lost the football.
And Cam Newton just fumbled the football.
The Chiefs. There he goes, right side. The 30.
Bring it.
10. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
And
some kudos to the
Kaiser,
coordinator.
way to be there.
The blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. Such
Newton just could not hold on to the ball.
He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And the old adage, defense wins championships.
Up and good, and it is 28-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. McLeod now on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And so now Newton's going to have to put this team on his back and try and get the Green Bay
offense ready to take over. And that last
they were driving. They were having a nice drive before that fumble.
Had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.